And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Cinderella, based on the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 3 ugly, mean stepsisters named Olive, Nina, and Esme. Olive, Nina, and Esme made Cinderella do all the chores. "Sweep the floors, wash the dishes," said Olive, Nina, and Esme. One day, the king of Onlyville's messenger said, hear ye, the king of Onlyville is going to throw a ball. And whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Singling. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. Olive said, he's going to marry me. Nina said, no way, Olive. He's going to marry me. Esme said, both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Later, Cinderella is so sad that she cannot go to the ball and marry Prince Singling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and asks Cinderella what is wrong. Why are you crying, Cinderella? She asks. Cinderella responds, I wanted her to go to the ball and marry Prince Singling, but I'm not welcome. The fairy godmother waved her wand and chanted the magic word, Winnity, Waterity, one! And then, Cinderella's chores are all done. But the fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, Cinderella, go fetch me a good old pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has one pumpkin. The fairy godmother waved her magic wand and chanted the magic word, Winnity, Waterity, one! Again, and to turn Cinderella's do-rag and clothes into a gown. I've never seen such a wonderful gown. I get a load of my glass slippers, and then the pumpkin into a carriage drawn by 2 strong horses. The fairy godmother said, have fun, Cinderella, but I will warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Singling was wondering who he should marry. Olive, Nina, and Esme said all together, he's walking towards me. But he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Singling dance happily together. But later, Cinderella realized it's almost midnight. So she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Singling was so worried that he might never see Cinderella again. So he traveled around Onlyville to find her and brought the glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door of the house where her Cinderella and her stepsisters lived. He said, ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try this glass slipper? Olive is first, but her foot is too big. Nina is next, but her foot is too small. Esme is last, but her foot didn't fit either. Suddenly, Prince Singling noticed Cinderella singing. Cinderella said, Prince Singling, is that you? Prince Singling said, of course it's me. Cinderella gets so excited because she's having to have her Prince Singling back. And they lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story before bed enters doors. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to my video. Take care. Bye and good night, everybody. And now, Anna Does Everything proudly presents 15erella. It is based on the story of Cinderella. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young girl named 15erella. 15erella had 7 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Fiona, Isabella, Farah, Tina, Eliza, Eloise, and Nina. All 7 of them made 15erella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said 15, Fiona to Nina all together. One day, the king of Quindecuplinham's messengers arrived and said, Hear ye, the king of Quindecuplingham is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Quindecoupling. But 15erella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. They then argue over who will marry Prince Quindecoupling. Later, 15erella is so sad doing chores about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Quindecoupling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother asks 15erella what's wrong by saying, Why are you crying, 15erella? 15erella responds in whimper, I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Quindecoupling, but I have lots of chores to be done. 15erella's fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic. She chants the magic words, Quintadentity, Quintadentity, Quindu, and waves her magic wand. Because of that, 15erella's chores are done, but her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, 15erella, go fetch me a pumpkin. Luckily, 15erella has 15 pumpkins. 15erella's fairy godmother chants the magic words, Quintadentity, Quintadentity, Quindu, again, and waves her magic wand again to turn the 15 pumpkins into a handsome coach drawn by 30 strong horses, and then 15erella is reclosed into a gown and crown. 15erella said, I've never seen such a Quindecuplintastic gown, and get a load of my glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough? 15erella's fairy godmother said, well, you can't. But have fun, 15erella, but I would warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will get back to the way it was before. 15erella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Quindecoupling was wondering who he should marry. Fiona to Nina say all together, He's walking towards me! But he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards 15erella. Prince Quindecoupling then asks, May I have this dance? 15erella responds, I would be delighted. 15erella and Prince Quindecoupling danced happily together. But later, 15erella realized it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Quindecoupling was really worried that he might never see 15erella again, so he traveled all around Quindecuplingham to find her and brought the glass slipper with him. By the time he arrives, he knocks on the door of the home where 15erella and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of Cinderella, Prince Quintuppling finds Fiona to Nina. He then said, "Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper?" Fiona is first, but her foot is too big. Isabella is next, but her foot is too small. The rest are the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, Prince Quintuppling notices Cinderella's sweet singing. The glass slipper fits! Cinderella gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Quintuppling back. And they both lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrews Doers. And if you want to see some sequels, tell your friends about it. And maybe I can do it. A big tradition. Take care. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 42erella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young adult girl named 42erella. 42erella had 8 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Tasha, Winona, and Una. All 8 of them constantly made fun of 42erella and made her do all the chores. 42, wench, sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all! Said the ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters all together. One day, the king of 42 messenger arrives and says, "Hear ye, hear ye! The king of 42 is going to throw a ball and with lots of food at 9 o'clock. And 11 o'clock is dance time. And whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Quintuppling. Can I come?" asked 42erella, but she's not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters Farah to Una are. "He's going to marry me," said Farah, the oldest stepsister. "No way, Farah." "Wrong, he's going to marry me," said Olivia. "Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me," said Ramona. The rest say, "All 3 of you are wrong. He's going to marry me." Later, 42erella is so sad, upset, and distraught about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Quintuppling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts her. There now, 42erella. I can help with a bit of magic. Nobody will know it's you." And so, she waves her magic wand. And because of that, all of 42erella's chores are all done, and her best party dress is fixed and made bigger and better. 42erella says, "I've never seen such a quadruple-tastic gown! And get a load of my glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough?" But 42erella's fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, "42erella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice." Luckily, 42erella has 42 pumpkins and 84 mice. 42erella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the 42 pumpkins into a handsome coach and the 84 mice into horses. 42erella climbs into the coach. Her fairy godmother says, "Have fun, 42erella, but I will warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will change back to normal." And so, 42erella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Quintuppling was wondering who he should marry. Son, wondering who to marry, son? Asks the king of 42burg, in which Prince Dua Quadrigetumbling says, yes, father, I don't know who. Suddenly, 42rella arrives at the ball just in time. Farah, Olivia, Ramona, Tanya, Yvonne, Tasha, Winona, and Una say all together, he's walking towards me! But he's not walking towards any of them. Prince Dua Quadrigetumbling is walking towards 42rella. He then asks, may I please have this dance? I would be delighted, said 42rella. Prince Dua Quadrigetumbling and 42rella dance happily together. But later, 42rella realized it's almost midnight, so she screamed out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. Prince Dua Quadrigetumbling was so worried that he might never see 42rella again. The king of 42burg comforted him by saying, there now, son. I think we'll be able to find 42rella, he said. And so, they began their journey all around the neighborhood to find her and brought the 2 glass slippers she lost with them. By the time they arrive, they knock on the door at the house where 42rella and her 8 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters, Tina to Ona, Farah to Una live. But instead of 42rella, they find Farah to Una. They then say, Prince Dua Quadrigetumbling, ladies, my father and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper? Slippers? Farah is first, but her feet are too big. Olivia is next, but her feet are too small. Nonsense! They fit! She said. The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, the king of 42burg and Prince Dua Quadrigetumbling noticed 42rella singing. Prince Dua Quadrigetumbling and your majesty is going to throw. Is that you guys? The king of 42burg exclaims, my dear daughter-in-law, 42rella, we found you. And the glass slippers fit. And now, 42rella, Prince Quadrigetumbling, and the king of 42burg lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrew's Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and Andrew Does Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. Take care. Bye.